name is Christele Codo, Pauline. I'm from Benin Republic. I'm an entrepreneur, founder and creative director of AFRO. AFRO because it's the way for me to actually revive my hair heritage, my black identity, and I use my brand to actually create a space where younger generation, ladies and gents, can actually identify themselves in the hairstyles that I do. It's been 2 years since I started my hairstyling journey. It's been a very amazing and challenging one. I've learned a lot throughout the 2 years, and one thing that I've really kind of got close to a lot about myself was it kind of actually pushed me out of my comfort zone. I learned how to be patient, and I learned how to be sociable with people and actually work in team. So earlier this month, I went to Benin for an event, Quartier, and I was contacted by the curator of the event. Her name is Birgit Havagbo. She's a friend. Hi, Birgit! And she was like, "Oh, Christele, I really want you to be on this project." And she mentioned it months prior. And I was like, wow, why not? I would love to do that, to be the right time and the right opportunity for me to go back home and show people what I do, what I'm doing in Accra. And I was like, yeah, I took up on the challenge, and then I started getting ready. I had to make wigs, I had to get prepared. And let me tell you, it's been a very challenging, because I got ready in like a week. It's been a very challenging week where I have to make over, I think, 10 wigs, 10 Confidence Afro wigs. That Confidence Afro is one of my first hair collection. And I was like, oh wow, I have to really make this happen. And we keep on calling her. So she went back in Benin because she was in Ghana some weeks ago, and we talk about it, and then we agree how to send my pictures for flyers and all that. So the last week, she's been calling, oh, have you done this? Have you done that? And I was like, yeah, I did. I'm done with wigs. I'm done with this. And now I'm packing my stuff. And we have to run the list so that just in case, so that I don't forget anything in Ghana. So the day of the event, so things happened really fast in my eyes. I got to style 6 girls, 6 models, 6 ladies, and they were beautiful, tall, fair, black in complexion. And I was like, oh my god, yeah, they have very, very beautiful hair. Even one of them have her hair locked. And I was like, wow, okay, this is it. This is the moment. This is the moment to sell myself. This is the moment to show to people of my country what I've been doing here in Ghana. And then, yeah, that was it. I started styling the hair one by one, keeping in mind that the theme of the show was hair vintage. So I had to go back to history, and my mom, actually, I had to talk to her. She showed me a lot of pictures of her when she was younger and all that. So blending all that, yes, I came up with those hairstyles. I did a lot of Afro styles, and I did some figurative hairstyles as well to kind of signify some of the monuments and also symbols that I've grown up around in Benin. So that's how I came out with the looks that I used on the runway. And the Afro, why the Afro? Because in Benin, especially in the 90s, 80s, and 70s, everybody was pro Afro hairstyles. I remember my dad used to have a very short Afro hair, and most men that I grew up around and I've seen actually grew up with short Afro hair. And women like also the Afro hair, but they were styling it in various ways. So it was kind of the story behind the hairstyles that I've done for that day. So on the runway, like I was like so many things were rushing through my mind, and then the models got ready and all that. Everybody was JJ, if you get what I mean. Then one of my longtime friends, Lionel Attere. Hi Lionel, j'espère que tu te portes bien. Lionel Attere came up to me and he was like, oh wow, I'm very happy to see you. What's happening? What's popping? And I was like, oh yeah, this is what's happening. And he was like, yeah, he would love to do face painting on my face, and some of the models that I would like them to have face painting. And I was like, yeah, I would really love to. He has been a very supporting friends back in Benin when I was in high school, because I was just telling him my ideas on doing hair and all that, and he was doing body painting. I was always pushing and supporting him as well. So the fact that he actually came and then he did the body painting on the models and all that, it was a moment. If I was saying like that, it was a moment. And the runway started. My heart was beating. I was having doubts in times. Oh, well, how will people see? Would they take them back in the retro time and all that? But people loved it. They actually enjoyed it. I was really happy. I felt home. I'm home. I felt home. I was so happy to be home, and I felt loved. It was a whole lot of feelings coming out, and I was really emotional. But yeah, that's how it went. So to finish, I'm still a student. I'm still going to school. I'm very much passionate about my course, what I'm doing, public health, specializing in health promotion. I do want to finish my degree and pursue my master's in health promotion, be a nutritionist, because that's like the overall goal. And no matter how hard I wake up every day and work, save, I still want to achieve those goals. So if you're out there, you're a young girl, a young boy, a young man out there striving, everything is hard, we are all going through it. Find the best way for you, the best route. Try your best to limit distraction. Be yourself. Be honest, and let me tell you, the sky. Let's go beyond the sky. Let's go into the galaxy, And the world is wide, and social media has made the world in such a way that we can do everything we want. People can actually interact with us. People can love what we do all over the world. And I think that's one of the things that I actually love about my talent. And yes, just be yourself. It's nice to be nice.
Hello guys, my name is Jones. I'm a photographer and filmmaker, and I'm in charge of the video for the event which took place in Benin here. So that's just a little bit description. I'm not just gonna go too much on that. So I'm just gonna talk about my experience being in Benin for the first time. Or not the first time though, staying there for a couple of days. So it was actually a very fun-filled event. Yeah, it was actually a very fun one, to be honest. I actually enjoyed my stay. The only thing that challenged me was the French. Man, my French was very bad, man. Like, all the French I learned in school, nothing come out. So, it was more like, what was I learning in school? Or did I forget everything? Perhaps I forgot everything. So, yeah, that was just the whole thing. So the next morning, we were more like, okay, let's just step out and explore the area which we were little. So I was there with my colleague. He was in charge of the photographs and I had the videos. So we stepped out. At first, wanted to buy a little bit of some things that we need, like soap, paste and all of that. We went to this store which we saw. So we asked the lady there, hello, please, we want to buy, what was they wanted to buy? Was it cream? Yeah, I think it was cream. Yeah, we asked her if they have cream or so, and she smiled at us and said yes. She didn't use yes, so she just smiled at us and nodded her head, and behold, she went in and came out with Hollandia yogurt. That was the craziest thing I ever seen. It was crazy, man. I wish I took a video of that particular scene that just happened, but it was crazy. So we're surprised. We told her no, this is not what we want and all of that. She just smiled again and she didn't understand us. So we just had to jackpot. We just had to leave, man. So that was it. We just had to leave, and yeah. So I think that was one of the major highlights being in Benin. Then the event itself, Quartier. So it was more like a vintage festival, yeah. So there were a whole lot of vintage cars, old, some really, really old stuff, yeah. So Honestly, it was a nice place. The music, the people. It was actually really fun having to experience a whole different culture, a whole different parts of Africa, and like I was honestly pleased to be there. To be very honest, yeah. So yeah, met a whole lot of people. Although I couldn't speak French, so it was quite hard to communicate. Yeah. Although there's some people who could speak English. Yeah. So it was nice to communicate with them, but their English too, Charlie. You get a CB, they manage, they struggle with the English, but it was fair enough. At least you don't have a choice. You have to you have to manage what you've got. So yeah, Benin was actually a very fun field experience. We spent 3 days there. So yeah, actually enjoyed every bit of it, and I still plan to visit another time. Yeah, plan to visit another time. This time around, I'm gonna go more prepared, create much better content, like experience the people, and I'm working on my French as well. So this time around, I won't be lost. Yeah. So yeah, guys, that was my experience in Benin, and yeah, it was actually a lovely one. Yeah.
Hi guys, my name is Nwolisa Emmanuel, known as New Shot. I was the photographer for the event Quartier. My stay in Cotonou was fun. I had fun. I was able to meet individuals. We vibe, like it was fun on fun. Again, the show itself actually took me back in time, like the late 90s and early 2000s, during the days of Awilo Lokomba and all those like French musicians. Like it's actually a French show at the end of the day, so like there were like lots of French music playing, and it was fun. It just occurred to me during the show that, man, look how time flies. It was just the other day, like we were vibing at those songs, and look at it now, like it's like vintage, it's like all gone. Yeah, talking about vintage, the cars that came on board, they were like nice. The whole setting was just purely vintage, and it was all fun. Um, you could get people that want to talk to you, but then you see, you don't know how to speak French, and communicating was just an issue. Most times, you just have to resort to like sign languages. So even Google Translate, you have to like Google, like you have to use Google for someone to know what you're talking about. And it was all fun. Like I had fun, and I look forward to coming back to Cotonou. Yeah, I was able to work with Afro L. She was awesome. She's just fantastic to work with. Like the way she plays with hers, they come out 100%. I was able to meet also a very big time artist in Cotonou. He did a body painting, and it was nice. Like shout out to Lionel. I really like what you do. Like just keep doing awesome things. Thank you very much. See you next time I'm in Cotonou. Thank you.
Okay.